Welcome to my review of Zorin OS 11 Ultimate. So this is a pay-for distro where there's a small charge of €10. The main feature of Zorin is that it comes with a look changer, so you can easily switch between a few different Windows operating system styles, a Mac style and a Unity style. So let's go and take a look at it first. So the Zorin look changer. So this is the choice you have: Windows 7, XP, 2000, or Unity, Mac OS X and Gnome 2. Let's take a look. So the free version of Zorin only comes with 3 different styles. That's one of the differences between the two. The other difference is that the free version comes with vastly less software pre-installed. This particular version weighs in at 3.8 gig. That is fairly hefty for a Linux system, but on the other hand it comes with loads of things pre-installed. If you're new to Linux and you don't really know what software there is, it makes it quite a good system to get started with. I'll take more of a look at the software bits later, because not everyone is interested in what software is on the system, because after all you can customise these things yourself. Let me switch across to the Unity one, because that is the desktop style I am most familiar with, and one that I do like. Now this is just a Unity style, it is not Unity itself. Now one new feature with this release is this theme changer. You can choose between a few different colours on the themes. So there's blue, and you'll notice it changes all the menus and some of the icons. So if I open up the file manager, yeah, it's not quite got the same behaviour as Unity with being able to drag down windows from the top. But anyway, yeah, pretty close. So it changes the colour of the icons, the scroll bar, close, minimise and maximise buttons. Yeah, that is a nice new feature. I like that. So yeah, that's red and grey. Where it kind of falls down a bit is that you've got these 3 different colour backgrounds: light, dark and black. Now light and black, perfect, nothing wrong with these. Where it falls down though is on dark. Okay, so that's a darkened version of grey. Red, bit more of a burgundy colour, not too bad. Orange, that's not really a particularly nice colour, is it? I don't like that at all. Green, not bad. Blue, yeah, okay, I've seen that colour before in Zorin. So I'm going to go back to the light version. Anyway, that's enough time spent looking around at themes. So what does this system have to offer you? Well, if you're an experienced Linux user, I would not be going for this system at all, because it comes with so much pre-installed. On the other hand, if you're a new user, then yes, it could be quite interesting, because do you know what any of these are? No, well, you can play around with it. There's some games pre-installed, some graphics applications, so quite a variety here. Internet, yeah. The web browser manager is just an installer to install a few different browsers. Let's just open it up now. So there you are, you've got the installer for Firefox, Chrome, Web, and Midori. The Web is the WebKit based web browser for Gnome. Okay. Taking a look a bit further, so there's quite a bit in Office. So you've got the full suite of LibreOffice. System tools. These are the main Zorin features here. Got Background Plus, Look Changer, Splash Screen Manager and Theme Changer. The Background Plus sadly does not work very well in VirtualBox once you have installed the guest editions. I was starting to think it was broken until you try the system without the guest editions and it works perfectly fine, so I would therefore put that down to a VirtualBox issue. A few things here under Universal Access. The text-to-speech system, although it sounds a bit dodgy, actually deals with Welsh words fairly well, which is a bit of a rarity. I'm not Welsh, I just happen to live in the country. You've got Wine on the system, which will help you install Windows applications. You've got Plown Linux and Winetricks to help deal with some specific Windows applications that might cause an issue under the normal stock version of Wine. The Software Center is just the Ubuntu Software Center. Places is just the equivalent of Windows Explorer. Now, System Settings is your equivalent of Control Panel. Now I know that has changed in Windows 10 and I struggled to find what the new version was called. Now, one big feature Zorin lacks is a Windows 10 style start menu. Could be a bit tricky for them to implement the tiles in a Linux-based system, just purely more for the fact that nothing exists like that in the Linux world. I do believe it could be a good thing to aim towards because new users coming from Windows 10 into Linux, they may not have used Windows 7 or any of those earlier versions, so it kind of is stuck in the past now. Back in the days of Windows 7, I would praise this system in saying, yes, it provides Windows users with a unique and perhaps safer way to come across to Linux. Nowadays, though, yeah, they need to update, and I'm going to have to say it, follow more towards what Microsoft are doing. So upon opening Firefox, you're greeted with this Zorin OS Start page where you can switch between a few different websites to search here. So you've got Google, Wikipedia, YouTube and Twitter. They could do with DuckDuckGo in there. Font's a bit large, but well, there you go, it works. It links straight across to Google. I'm not doing a score for this distro. It's sort of got to the point now where you could just look back at any Zorin review I've done and you'll see the same thing. It's like, oh yes, you've got the limited support of the system being that it's based on Ubuntu 15.10. So realistically, I would say if you're interested in the ultimate version of Zorin, you would go for the long-term release. If we see here on the download, you've got the long-term support release there, Zorin OS 9 until April 2019, and you've got the current interim supported release that's just for 9 months. In fact, that's going to be less than 9 months because Zorin is released sometime after the Ubuntu release. So, anyway, that was a look at Zorin OS 11 Ultimate. Thanks for watching. See you all later.